Brothers and sisters, comrades and friends, I'm CubaLibre, and welcome back to Let's Play Tomb Raider Underworld. Let me start out by saying that this level fucking sucks. As much as some of the other stages are high points in a Tomb Raider franchise, this stage is one of the low points. So I start out by saying, hey, there's a whole boat to swim around. Maybe I can explore it. Nah, there's nothing to explore. There's nothing to explore on this whole goddamn boat. That's because they don't tell you this ahead of time. But this is basically an action stage. The whole point here is combat. It's basically Tomb Raider Underworld tries to be Uncharted. That's where we're at this level. And it's completely terrible because the shooting mechanics are completely terrible. At least when applied against enemies that can shoot back. Just like all the other Tomb Raiders, human enemies suck. And here's a level all chock full of them. This is me stupidly trying to explore before I realize what this level is actually about. One of the problems is that the enemies are just total bullet sponges. It takes like 1,000,000 bullets to kill anybody. Even with the assault rifle, which is, I guess, ostensibly the longest range weapon. That melee worked out pretty well. I do try to experiment with melee. Frankly, I use it way too much. If you get that close to people, there's no reason not to just shotgun them in the face. You do way more damage, it's way faster. But there's a whole dedicated melee key, so it was like, clearly melee has to be a legitimate part of the fighting mechanics, right? And I just really like her little round kick animation. Little, walk up, por prama round kick. Wazah! It looks cool. But as it turns out, it's basically useless. It just gets you shot to shit. I'm glad I decided to play on normal difficulty, because if I was playing on hard, I'd probably have died in this level. God knows, I would never want to play it a second time. So, hey, why would you be able to jump on this obvious ledge, and then jump up to the next obvious ledge, and then jump up to the second floor? That would be dumb. That was a cool flip animation. Too bad I want to jump on top of these boxes. But the game, once again, says no. You can't jump on those boxes. You can jump in between them and clip and almost end your game. I don't know. Really, this whole level is just everything bad about Tomb Raider crammed together. Shitty gunfights against AI. Tons of obvious ledges you can't grab onto. They don't even try to hide them. Things you can't jump on top of, even though they're short enough to jump on top. I don't even know, man. What more can I say about this crap? We have grenades. I should use them way more often. Not only this, you get a shitload of them. If you look at the HUD, I have like, I don't know, 5 right now. There's no reason not to use them. I just always forget that I have them. What's up? Definitely didn't realize there was more guys back here, or I wouldn't have run back here. This is just awful. The fucking auto-aim mechanics never aim at the right guy. There's nothing you can do to dodge their hit scan weapons. I missed the kick because bad analog stick bleh, 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 bleh. Bleh. That's how I feel about it. Nice jump kick. Well, that was funny at least. Good ragdoll can always make your day. Yeah, and sometimes they seem to die a lot faster than other times. I don't know, it's just real inconsistent and bad. It's all bad. I'm still exploring because I'm like, maybe there's stuff to explore. There's nothing to explore. It's all a lie. I'm trying to like shoot off the lifeboat. Yeah, it's not gonna work, man. Cuba, what are you doing? That's not gonna work. That's not the game we're playing right now. Just keep going. Oh, you want to jump that, huh? Nah, too bad. Don't think so. At this point, I realize it's all about the shotgun. Just get in their face, shoot the shotgun. Forget about that melee bullcrap. Just shoot the crap out of guys. I mean, if they're the only guy, fine. I love how all our melees are only kicks. Like, she'd never punch a guy with their hands. It's all different kinds of kicks. She does have those nice long legs, I suppose. But, personal request to, well, whoever makes these games these days. What is it? Core, Eidos, Crystal Dynamics, someone else. I don't even know anymore. But to the designer of the next Tomb Raider game, well, now they're really invested in this crappy reboot. Sexy next door. Gotta be raped to be a real woman, Lara. In the new game, but Gina Carano for motion actress for next Lara Croft. She could pull this shit off. She could make it look real. I do kind of like, and I legitimately mean this, how they set that guy, Mohawk guy, up. He's the guy that, like, smacked Lara in the back of the head way back in the tomb. How they set him up to be, like, important henchman #1, which is a common sort of trope character in action movies, and then just blow him the fuck up, like, at the beginning of the game. Yeah. Psych, he's just straight dead. I kind of like that.
Until I kill her. Even that won't unbind the artifact. We're taking on water. Damn it! We'll pick this up again later. I'm very pleased to see you again, Lara. This specimen jar offers little in the way of amusement, so I've grown fond of watching Amanda suffer the effects of sharing your interests.
Jacqueline Napa, you just don't know when to die.
A trait we have in common.
It It was you who told Amanda about Avalon.
Our time is short, so choose your questions carefully.
What do you know about my mother?
The dais you and she found in Nepal, it's part of a travel network, so to speak. It took your mother to Avalon.
My father thought Avalon was below, but that's Niflheim. What's the Norse connection?
Ah, Richard found the wrong Norse underworld. Your mother didn't go to Niflheim. She went to Helheim.
Where is it?
I will tell you where it is, one day. But when that day comes, you'll need Thor's hammer to get inside. Perhaps you'll have better luck finding it than your father did.
What do you mean?
Your answer is on the west coast of Thailand. 7th parallel.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's more legend baggage to deal with. So you have the revitalized Natla and Amanda, the villains of Legend. They're back, and the villains again. You know, whatever. It's unfortunate. Anyways, this is where this is the second half of the game's attempt to be Uncharted. The combat section is over. All those guys are dead. Now what we're dealing with is like a cool, linear platforming challenge, which is a big set piece. It's all about like big action movie type stuff where the boat tips over and you gotta climb out of it sideways. You know, climb up what once used to be the floor. I mean, I don't know. Like, it's kind of cool. It's certainly a lot better than the combat, you know, given that the platforming is kind of the whole point of Tomb Raider and the combat is not. It's just the platform mechanics aren't that great. They're not kinetic enough to really be that fun when they're linear. But you know, I don't hate this section. Not like I hate the combat shit that comes before it, but just as a whole, these levels, these like back-to-back Uncharted-esque combat. I mean, except not, because it's not cover shooting. Followed by Uncharted-esque, like, set-piece platforming. Really does not do it for me at all. It's not this game's strength. And I don't know why they shoehorned it in here. I think if you played this at the time, you would consider it just like a misstep. But looking back, it's obvious that this is a bad omen for where the series would go with the new game and pretty much where every video game is going now. There's no more room for exploration. It's all action movie bullshit. Now I'll stop being so cynical. Watch a cutscene. Well, at least we got back our dingus. That's what Laura's best at. Well, folks, I'm CubaLibre. Thanks for watching. See you next mission.